Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel Shiva at Coding. In this video, I am going to discuss about the workshop which is recently conducted by the ccbp 4.0 Academy and Generative AI. Let's deeply dive into our topic Generative AI. Let's first see the definition of the Generative AI. What is Generative AI? Generative AI is a super intelligent human which has lots of knowledge and capabilities. In the knowledge, it has millions of books and 1 billions of websites and Wikipedias, and in the capabilities critical thinking, analytical thinking, and problem solving. And next, we are going to see about the some generative AI tools. Hmm. First one is text generation. In the text generation, if you ask if you ask about some information, the generative AI will be give the information in the form of text. Hmm. And the tools are used like Writer, Jasper, and Writer Sonic, and Copy.ai. And the next one is image generation. In the image generation, if you describe about a image, then it will be give the description into image, and the tools are used like dal.e2 and crayon and some more. And the next one is video generation. In the video generation, if you describe about a video, then the description will be transformed into video and it will be given to us. Like that we can include in our websites where we want. And the tools are used like Pictory, Runway ML, and some more. And the next one is speech generation. In the speech generation, if you give the text, the generative AI will be given into speech. Like that the tool is used. And the tools are like the tools are like murf.ai and flicky. And the next one is music generation. In the music generation, if you give the description of that music, then will be the description will be turned into music and it will be given to us. And the tools are used like Hugging Face, Music Gen, and Beatbone, and some more. And the next one is code generation. In the code generation, if you ask about if you in the code generation if you ask about something, you required code, then it will be generate the code. And the tools are used like Husk and GitHub Copilot, Seek, and Durable. Not only this, the generative AI also used in the agriculture, healthcare, and manufacturing. And next we are going to learn. Next we are going to see how we have to build the generative AI. To build an generative AI, we have to know about the architecture and nuts and bolts. In the nuts and bolts, first one is LLM. LLM is stand for the large language model. To run a car, how the engine is important. Like that only the to generate a text, the LLM is used. Here LLM is large language model. To create an LLM, we require millions of CPU, GPU, and TPU. Here CPU stands for the central processor unit, and TPU stands for the GPU stands for the graphic processor unit. And we require terabytes of memory, and we require months, years, and decades of time. And we require top-notch researchers. And and the and the architecture is used transfer architecture. And the architecture, it has the encoder and decoder. Here the encoder and decoder is connected with every encoder is connected with another decoder, like. And the next one is Hugging Face. In the Hugging Face Hugging Face is a platform where the top-notch researchers keep the data in that, so the other people or other students or other scientists can able to test and execute. And the next one is LangChain. LangChain is a Python framework, a framework designed to simplify the creation of applications using LLM. That means, suppose a car is there. In the car, what we create the inner part, but we cannot create, but we no need to create the outer part, because if outer part once is created, just if we replace inner part, then we don't require that much of time. Like that only, with the help of the LangChain, we can replace the LLM, but we no need to do more work, like that. Okay. Next one is Gradio. A Gradio is an open source Python library where we can create big user interface in few lines of code. And next one is Google Colab. Google Colab is a free cloud based platform. provided by Google. It allows users to run and create Python code through a web browser. Like this, with the help of these nuts and bolts, we can easily created the generative AI applications. And we have to compulsory learn we have to compulsory know about the generative AI applications, because day by day we are becoming more advanced, and we are choosing the easiest path. So we have to learn about the generative AI, and we have to use the generative AI. So please learn generative AI and share your knowledge also. Okay. So finally finally, thank you for seeing my video, and share, subscribe, and share, subscribe. Okay, thank you.